Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing my June reading wrap-up. I actually didn't read a whole lot in June. I only read 3 things. The first thing that I read was actually Nightlights by Lorena Alvarez Gomez. This is actually about a little girl. This is actually a kid's graphic novel, and it was about a little girl who goes to school, and the stuff that she draws, she can actually bring them to life. And her drawing starts off whimsical, but there's this creature that she meets at school that tries to get her to create monsters out of her drawings. And the story is whether or not she's going to stand up to this creature. Because it is a kid's graphic novel, I feel like the story was really abrupt. Like, I feel like it moved too fast. The artwork itself is stunning. I would rate the artwork itself 5 stars. It's beautiful. Freaking stunning. I know I've already said stunning, but it's stunning. But it was meh in the story. I rated the story 3 stars. So overall, I would rate this 4 stars. I just don't think the villain... Oh, my phone went off. I just don't think the villain of the story in the ending was all that fleshed out. I feel like the story started and it had a really good pace, and then the author went, oh crap, we need to finish this right now, and then just ended it. I felt like it ended weird. But I'll recognize, since I'm not a child, I'm not the target audience, so I'll at least recognize that this book obviously wasn't meant for me. The next thing that I read in June was Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I actually listened to this as an audiobook. I actually wanted to read this and finish it in time for BookCon, because I knew I'll be meeting her, Becky Albertalli, at BookCon. Now, the overall story was cute. It was about a boy named Simon who's a gay kid in high school, and he's in the closet. I was going to say a friend of his, but this is more of an acquaintance of his in a classroom kind of finds out that he's gay, and he starts blackmailing him. It's like, hey, help me get with your friend, and I won't tell everyone you're gay. So he gets blackmailed into helping this kid get with his friend. But something doesn't work out the way it should have, and in the end he actually is outed without his consent. So this story is about him, Simon, coming to terms with being gay in a world that now knows that he's gay. And it was him like coming to terms with how his relationship with other people has now changed, that now this is out in the open. He also had a pen pal that he falls in love with, and you also followed that storyline. That little romantic subplot was very cute. I like that a lot. So I guess my overall thoughts are this. The story was cute, and I thought the characters were really believable. But because these characters were believable, I didn't like everybody. Like, some of the characters actually had to grow on me. I want to say Simon was one of them, now that I'm thinking about it. But because I didn't have absolute love for these characters, I did rate this 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. But I have to say, after reading this, it made me really glad that I'm not in high school anymore. And the last thing that I read in June was Hexed by Kevin Hearn. This is the 2nd book in a series. The series is called The Iron Druid Chronicles, and the story follows Atticus, who is a druid in modern day society. So this is an urban fantasy series. And I really can't talk about the 2nd book without spoiling a lot of the 1st book. But what I will say, that this book actually didn't have a whole lot going for itself in regards to plot. I feel like the 2nd book was really just a stepping stone for book 3. The story was still enjoyable, but you can tell from a lot of what's going on that it's really a filler book, and you need to read this in order to read book 3. And the only thing that I really didn't like about this book was like some of the jokes. Some of the jokes were just cringy and awkward. Like, Atticus has a thing for his student or pupil. He's a druid, and he takes on somebody that he's training to be a druid, and he has a thing for her. So her name's Granuel. And with an inner monologue with these interactions, it makes him seem sex-crazed when that wasn't even an issue in book 1. So I don't like that there were these jokes in book 2. It's very possible that other people find it funny, I just didn't find it funny. I feel like the story would have benefited without these jokes. But in the end, I actually rated this 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. So that is everything that I read in June. This was really just meant to be a really quick little video. Have you read any of these? Feel free to talk about that down in the comments below. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I guess it's ta-ta for now. Bye, guys.